The year just started a week ago, but a whole lot has happened in the cryptosphere. Bitcoin turned 13, there's a massive growth of NFTs and the metaverse. Let's dive into this week's episode and learn more. Hello and welcome back. I'm your host Kushagra and you are listening to Satoshi Saturdays. This week, 13 years ago, Satoshi Nakamoto mined the first block of our beloved blockchain, Bitcoin. Arguably, Bitcoin has two birthdays. The first one on Halloween 2008 when Satoshi Nakamoto released the white paper, and the second one on 3rd January 2009 when the Genesis block was mined. Bitcoin has now officially started its 10 years. Cheers to that. On January 3, 2009, the first event on the Bitcoin blockchain occurred. The Genesis block was mined. It obviously had an Easter egg for us. Satoshi placed an important notation indicating the intent behind what he had just created. The London Times ran a cover story entitled "Chancellor on the Brink of Second Bailout for Banks." This title was quoted and embedded into the very first transaction ever to be included in the new Bitcoin blockchain. Satoshi Nakamoto, if you're listening to this, that's some great work right there. Various NFTs have been launched in the first week of the year. Companies have come up with different ideas, such as Samsung launching TV for NFTs, while the Australian Open becomes the first ever Grand Slam championship to launch their own NFTs and a series of events on the metaverse. If you use NFTs for donor or volunteer recognition, it's a much more impactful way to recognize supporters than a tote bag or a t-shirt, said Tomika Tillman, the global head of policy for the crypto investing arm of venture capital giant Andreessen Horowitz, a heavyweight backer of blockchain startups. NFTs are unique digital tokens that can represent images, videos, virtual real estate, and more on a decentralized blockchain ledger. They have existed for less than a decade. They have experienced a surge in popularity during the pandemic, with the little-known artist Beeple selling an NFT of his work for $69 million in early 2021. Now, I won't be deep diving into what NFTs are in this episode. If you want to learn more about NFTs, I would recommend listening to the episode NFTs Explained, posted in the last season. OpenSea, the NFT kingpin, the biggest marketplace of NFTs, raised $300 million at a massive $13.3 billion evaluation, billion with a B. And as a result, it is seeing its private valuation grow more quickly than almost any other startup. Now, I must say, those are some big numbers and look very promising. On Monday, South Korea-based television maker company Samsung announced that their upcoming TV sets would support NFT trading. In a press release, the company said, with demand for NFTs on the rise, the need for a solution to today's fragmented viewing and purchasing landscape has never been greater. In 2022, Samsung is introducing the world's first TV screen-based NFT explorer and marketplace aggregator, a groundbreaking platform that lets you browse, purchase, and display your favorite art all in one. According to Samsung, this platform will let creators share their art with the world and let potential buyers preview an NFT before purchasing it and learn about an NFT's history and blockchain metadata. Samsung is also minding the details when it comes to viewing NFTs on its 2022 televisions. A smart calibration feature on the TVs will automatically adjust display settings to the creator's preset values, so you can have a peace of mind that your work looks impeccable with true to the original image quality. You have probably heard about things like Dolby Vision or Netflix calibrated mode, and now NFTs will get a similar treatment. How's that? Australian Open becomes the first ever Grand Slam championship to launch their own NFTs and a series of events on the metaverse. The official account of Australia Open tweeted, "A new era, a new arena. Time to take tennis to another dimension." introducing AO Metaverse. Now that's a fascinating update for the metaverse. With the OG sports taking the leap to the metaverse, the possibilities are endless. The move by campaigns to entice donors with digital swag is just the latest example of cryptomania spilling into politics. Like the broader digital currency explosion, NFTs are beginning to raise a host of policy and legal concerns, from their potential use in money laundering to how candidates can avoid running afoul of campaign finance and investor protection rules as they sell them. As with all things crypto, the proponents say the possibilities are endless. Lee Jae-myung, the candidate nominated by South Korea's current ruling party for the upcoming presidential election, has announced plans to use NFTs to raise funds for his campaign. The initiative has a clear and precise objective: to win back the favor of country's youth. NFTs will never cease to surprise, it seems. Lee Jae-myung, a candidate running the South Korean presidential election, has plans to make these non-fungible tokens a part of the campaign financing. These digital assets are particularly popular among young Koreans, who are fond of technology and innovation. The Democratic Party of Korea will therefore seek to raise election funds through cryptocurrency donations, issuing receipts to donors in the form of NFTs to certify their participation. According to party officials, if the initiative is fully embraced by the country's people, Lee Jae-myung would become the first candidate in the world to issue NFTs to fund a political candidacy. I mean, NFTs and the metaverse are just inevitable in my opinion. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Thank you for listening all the way to the end of this podcast. You can leave your feedback and questions by tweeting to me at my Twitter handle @SaturdaySatoshi, or you can leave a voice note at the link provided in the description. I'll try my best to answer your questions and include them in the next episode, and your feedback is much appreciated. Remember, of all the things that I do, financial advice is not one of them. To get financial advice, contact your financial advisor. Let's meet next Saturday with another episode of Satoshi Saturdays.